Hey guys. Today we are doing this skin routine. So it is going to be over foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, highlight. If you're interested, watch this video and you'll learn some things. This is for my everyday This is for my everyday gal. Nothing crazy, nothing hard. You can achieve this with a few products and a few brushes. If that's something you're interested in, keep on watching. Okay, so first I'm gonna go in with primer, and I'm using the Angel Veil Primer from NYX Cosmetics. A lot of people right now are debating whether or not you need primer. Clean hands, clean face, by the way. I am on the side that thinks you do. I mean, of course you can do your makeup without it, but I think it just gives your foundation a great base to sit at, and there's so many different targeted primers for different things that you need. So I don't know, when people say you don't need it, I'm like, I don't not need it. I don't know. For primer on myself, I just use my hands. If I hate the way this smells, by the way. If I am doing client's makeup, however, I will use a brush, and I usually use one of those brushes, I don't think I have one on hand, but one of those brushes that are marketed as foundation brushes, but usually people use them for masks. That's usually what I use for primer, and also masks, and sometimes even foundation. Okay. And then I'm going in with the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. I am in the shade Neutral. I want to say it's N112 Soft Ivory from their Neutral line. They have like Cool, Warm, and Neutral, I think. So it's pretty good. Classic Ivory. Soft or classic? I don't know. Okay. And I just pump that on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to use a brush to apply that. Let's see what brush I want. This is an okay brush. This is from e.l.f. Not my favorite, but my favorite, I don't see in here right now. You can use a brush like this. You can use a brush kind of like this. Anything that is more dense, but not so dense, if that makes sense. And I like to stamp it all around first and just kind of like deposit that color, and then I will just take little soft strokes, buffing it in all over.
Down to the neck, always.
And the most important part of makeup in every aspect is blending. So your wrists might get tired. You might think it's pointless, but let me tell you, that's what's gonna make or break your makeup look. So now,
Now my air conditioner's gonna start. It's gonna be really loud, and I don't know if you're gonna hear me. If you can't hear me, I'll just do a voiceover for this part. So I'm gonna keep going because of the air conditioner.
so these are my concealer shades. I use Maybelline Fit Me. Shade 10 is the first one I use, and I go in with 2 concealer shades every time. My first shade is closer to my skin tone or my foundation. It's a little bit lighter. And this one is to hide blemishes, conceal, do a little bit of brightening, color correct, all of that good stuff. Okay, so this is what we're looking like with the level 10, shade 10, the closer to my skin tone. And with that, I am gonna blend that out with a brush. Same brush that I used for my foundation. that's what we're looking like blended in. So now I'm going to go in with shade 5 in the Maybelline Fit Me. This is a very light shade. I want to say it's the lightest shade that they sell. And I am going to use this shade to highlight. Another really important tip is you're going to want to use all of your cream products or liquid products before you go in with any powder. So if I was going to cream contour, I would do, or cream blush or cream highlight, any of that, I would do that before I do any powder. Because once you do the powder, it's going to set it down into place and it's going to be way harder to work with. So with the lighter shade, this is my highlight shade, and then I always go in around my eyes. I suffer from dark circles big time. So I do that there just to do that extra conceal. Down the bridge of my nose. On my Cupid's bow. That's a big one, in my opinion. We're going to hit the center of the forehead again. And we're going to hit the chin. Okay. So we are nice. So we are nice and highlighted. Any other places you would want, that's up to you. Highlight is going to bring it forward and make it look, you know, forward with the light, whereas contour or bronzer is going to diminish it and make it fade farther back in the light. Whatever, it's up to you. However you want to make your face look, that's the beauty of makeup. You can truly shape out, carve your own features for the most part. Okay, and I am going to blend that in with a sponge. Sometimes I'll use my fingers and then go over it with a sponge. That's what I'm going to do on my nose, as a matter of fact. I just really like the nose one to be really pronounced. Same with the Cupid's bow. I don't want to blend that out too much because I don't want it to disappear. And these are just disposable sponges. I don't know if I mentioned that actually. I prefer these over a beauty blender for sanitation purposes. If I had $1 bajillion, sure I'd use beauty blenders because I'd be able to get rid of them once a week. But Mama doesn't have $16 a week to spend on beauty blenders. So one of these bags of like hundreds of these sponges is like $5. So, I mean, you do the math, you tell me. Okay. So now that we are all blended out, I'm going to do a quick layer of setting spray and I'm going to push that into the skin as well. Okay, so this is the Mario Badescu skin spray, facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. I've got a couple of these. I use them in my skincare routine and my makeup routine. I just love them. They're pretty inexpensive and they just make me feel fresh. I don't think that they, matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that, positive, that they don't do anything to make your makeup last longer. I think it's really just about making you feel good, you know, and it helps melt things together so that it makes your makeup look better. And I'll show you when we get to it, but I like to put it on before my highlight to make my highlight really pop. So I'm gonna go in with this. And I'm sitting right in front of my AC, so it should dry it real quick. Go in and I just press everything into the skin again. Like I said, everything revolves around blending. You don't want too much makeup on. You don't want any harsh lines. So, now I'm going to go in with the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. Looks like this on the inside. I got it from my BoxyCharm. I'll tell you, I never use those blush shades on myself. I might use them on brides. I wouldn't use them on myself. I'm not a pink blush guy. You'll see when we get to my blush. But anyway, I love the highlight shades. The bronzer shades are okay, in my opinion. Presley broke my bronzer that I liked yesterday, so that's what we're stuck with. You're welcome for giving me my life story. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with the Firma 102 brush. This is just a fluffier brush. I love this for bronzing or contouring. A lot of people get those confused. So contouring, you're going to want to go in with a cooler toned color. You want contouring to look more like your bones, like it's there. What makeup? What do you mean? And that's when you're really gonna chisel out. So like chisel out that jawline, cut your forehead down, the nose, under the lip. A lot of people will do jawbone, all of that stuff. That's gonna be really where you're wanting to hit contour. Bronzer can be used two different ways. You can use it to contour. I would recommend a cooler tone bronzer, or you can use it to bronze. So bronzing is like darkening up the skin to give it that sun-kissed look. That's why a lot of the time bronzers have shimmers in them. A lot of people hate that because that will of course draw more attention. So if you're someone who has a big forehead, you think it's a big forehead, you want to cover it up, do not go in with a shimmery bronzer and bronze that baby up, because you're just drawing our eyes to it even more than you were before. So you definitely want to go in with a matte bronzer if that's what you're going for. If you want just the sun-kissed look and you know it's going to be kind of shiny, that's kind of where I fall most of the time. Go ahead and use your shimmer bronzer and live your truth. Today, I am going to mix the two. So this one is a really warm toned matte bronzer. This one over here is a cooler toned, still pretty warm toned shimmer bronzer. I'm going to mix them both. Remember, you live your truth if you need just the matte. Okay, so I just swirled my brush in there, and then we're going into the hollows of your cheekbones. That is our first place to hit. And I always drag it up over my ear too, because blending. And then I will drag it up, and remember, I have not picked up any color. This is all the first swipe, just depositing that color that's on my brush all over in that 3. I don't know if you guys remember when I feel like the world was first understanding like professional makeup tips. It was all about the 3. You know what I mean? 3. If you know, you know. Okay, and again, I'm going in with the other side. I like to start with my cheekbones. Okay, we're looking pretty snatched. I'm breaking out really bad on this side, so sorry. So that's kind of what we're looking at. I'm gonna look at myself. Onto the forehead, and I'm mixing them both. And me, I kind of have a small forehead if we're being honest, so I never do too much bronzer there, because I don't want it to look like a 3 head. But I do go over it a little bit just so it's cohesive and like the bronzy look. So, if you were trying to contour your forehead down and make it look smaller, you would want to definitely use a matte bronzer. And usually you're going to want to use a cooler tone bronzer, and then you're going to want to start on each temple. So bronze, 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 bronze here until you're happy. Bronze, 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 bronze here until you're happy. And then I would just dip in one more time and smooth it over the whole hairline so that it's all cohesive and it looks natural. That was Mia trying to be naughty here. Okay, and then we cannot forget the neck. So I go under my jawbone, like under my chin. And for the longest time I used to not contour my jaw because it is so big already. And I used to think it was so manly looking. But lately I've had a lot more self-confidence, and I'm just learning to love myself. And that, you know what? Maybe it is a little manly, but I would like it on another person. That's what I think I started noticing, is that if I saw a girl with a strong jawline, I would say like, oh, she's so pretty, and then I would dog on myself for the same thing. And then it's like, I think we struggle a lot because we feel like we're not allowed to think we're pretty because that's conceited, you know? It's okay to think you're pretty. It's good to think you're pretty. Please think that you're pretty. Please. You know, but like when you go and that's all you talk about, or, you know, be confident, not conceited. That's all I have to say to you. Okay, now we switched over to the Firma 202. This is my favorite nose contour. Always use a matte for your nose contour. Don't you dare go in there with a shimmer. That's scary stuff. Again, I would use a cooler tone, but today I'm going to use this warm tone because it's what I have on hand. Okay. So you want all the symmetry and just deposit that color and deposit first and blend later. So I'm not sure if you can see what I've done with that, but with just that one line, it's gonna make my nose look cute and tiny and snatched. So here we go again, other side. Remember, this right here is what we want to keep light. If you want your nose to look shorter, you would contour right here. I feel like my nose is already kind of short, so I don't want to shorten it up at all. But do you see, you should see, where I've deposited that color. And it's not blended out, so it looks nuts right now. Okay, deposit. And then I go back in with my brush that I used for my foundation, and I go over it because it should still have a little bit of foundation on it. So it's going to blend that into the skin and make it look like that's your nose. Makeup who I have never heard of her. Okay. And then I'll go over it with my sponge a little bit too. It's the same thing. And now we have a nose contour. Okay, just for giggles, just for gigs, I'm gonna go in and do my lower lip, just so you guys can see what that's like. So, we love that pouty Kylie Jenner lip nowadays. Thanks, Kylie, for doing that to us. So, we can achieve that in a lot of different ways. Overlining your lips, lip fillers, the scary Kylie Jenner challenge that I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do, contouring, lots of different ways. So, I'm not going to go overboard because I do have pretty full lips. If you want to see kind of an in-depth how to make your lips look bigger, I know Kathleen Lights has a video. I think it's called How to Make Your Lips Look Bigger. Love her. She's amazing. Tati Westbrook also did a video with Scott Barnes, who is JLo's makeup artist, and they do a really cool contour method on Tati that you have to check out if you're a makeup lover. I've tried it. I can't figure it out yet. I gotta keep practicing. Okay. Anyhow, same bronzer, matte shade, same one I used for my nose. Going right under. And just blending that up. So it's almost like I'm lip lining. And then of course I'm going to go back in. Made the lip look a little fuller, right? Okay. Now we're good to switch over to blush. And this is my favorite blush palette, I think, ever. It has the coolest shades in it. So I am a warm toned bronzer, or blush type of gal. Was I saying bronzer this whole time? We'll see. Hopefully I was saying blush. I am a warm tone blush kind of gal. I love the coral blushes, I love the copper brushes, I love the apricot blushes, I love it all. So this is a great palette for me. This is the pinkiest shade we have, and it is still like a mauve. This is from Alamar Cosmetics. I got this in my BoxyCharm. They do a lot with BoxyCharm. I think they have their own website too. I'm not sure where else there's something. Sorry guys, I have like an itch or something. Okay. Anyway, so I love this palette, and this middle one is matte, but the other two are shimmer. I love a shimmer blush for the summer. It's not everybody's gig, but it's mine, for sure. If you're afraid of blush, I recommend using an apricot or, a warmer tone blush, because I think when we think blush, we think pink blush or like center apples on my cheeks. It doesn't have to be like that. I'll show you a new technique to apply it, and I'll tell you, go for an apricot blush. So I'm going to go in with the shade Castaway. That's the orangest one we've got. And again, it's shimmery. This one, you don't have to be super heavy-handed, but I like to usually go over it twice because it is kind of lighter. I keep it up more, so it almost morphs in with my bronzer. And then I bring it just slightly forward down instead of placing it on the apples of my cheeks and like stamping. That's not the way my face is. I have strong jawbone, strong cheekbones, so it's kind of going upwards anyways. I like that look, so I definitely want to keep that up. If you're someone who has like a round face and like a cute smile and the apples of your cheeks are cute and you love them, put it on the apples of your cheeks, go for it. I will not be doing that personally. Okay. And like I said, I'm probably going to go in with a little bit more. And then just kind of, look at yourself in the mirror, make sure everything looks good. And now I am going to spray my face again because I'm going to go in with highlight. And I personally like my highlight to look poppin'. If you don't, stay away from this highlight for one. And you're going to find different highlights that are more natural and some are blinding. So you just kind of got to decide what you like, read reviews before you purchase. I like a blinding highlight. So, also, if you don't like a blinding highlight, skip this step that I'm about to do because it will make your highlight pop. Here we go if you want it. Okay, so now cheekbones are a little bit wet, so the product is going to stick to them, just like we wet our brushes to get a better payoff for eyeshadows. So there are these two shades. One is a little bit more pink and one is a little bit more golden. I would use the pink in the winter time usually, and the golden in the summertime. That's just my journey. Okay, and now this is kind of a bigger brush than I would recommend using for highlight. It's what I have right now, so it's what I'm going to use. But I don't know if you could tell, I just put my product on the corner of it, or like the side of it. So then I'm going to go and hit where it's already kind of catching the light, right there. Hello. How's your day going? And just blend that out. And I am into that glowy look. Love that. If you don't love that, like I said, use a different highlighter. Don't set your face first, and blend out more. Everything is about your desire, what you want to achieve. Okay, now we're gonna highlight down the bridge of the nose. I would use a tiny, tiny brush for this, you guys, but I have this big brush. That's what I'm gonna use, again, on just the side of it. Okay. I'm like kind of just out like kissy face a little bit. Just go over where it is. I'm gonna highlight my chin a little bit. You can skip this step, especially if you get oily, because Mother Nature's gonna do that for you anyways. So then I'm gonna hit the forehead a touch. Again, if you're oily, I would skip this step. Okay, so that is it for the face. I'm gonna set the face again, and then I will put on some, you know, extras, our little last finishing steps, and we will jump back in for an outro. Okay, y'all, so this is our finished look. I am into it. The last step that I was gonna give you guys is, this is a huge fluffy brush. This is from Moda. I don't know what brush it is. But all I would do at the end is just go over everything on the edges so that we're positive that it's fully blended out with no harsh lines or weirdness. So that is that. Couple tips for my oily girls. I am very dry, so I like to stay away from powder unless it is a big event where I'm going to be wearing my makeup for a long time and I need it to look perfect. Other than that, I stay away from powders. Oily girls, you're probably going to want to wear powder on a daily basis so you can absorb some of those oils before they come through. So remember to not put any cream products on after your powder. You want to put those on all before. You're going to want to do your setting powder after you do your concealer, before you do your bronzer, highlight, and blush. And then you can go ahead and set with these sprays too. Or you can do like a quick dust after everything is done. Just know that it's going to cover up some of that pigment if you have a pigmented product. You get what I'm saying? Other than that, I can do an in-depth skin tutorial for if you are going to an event and you need it to last all day with baking, cream contouring, all of that good stuff. But today it's for the average girl on the average day. And then I just went in and I used a clear brow powder on, I can't talk today. I used a clear brow gel on my brows, did not fill them in with a pencil or anything, just that clear brow gel. Did some lower mascara. I do have lash extensions, so no mascara on top. And a quick lippy. This is a combo actually. This is Smoked Peach by Revlon. And then in the center I put a NYX shade that's way too pale on its own for me. And then I went over it with, I want to say, a Steve Madden lip gloss. So this is where we are. Let me show you a natural light. It is bright out here. It's a scorcher. This is what we look like. I love that highlight in the sun. Alright, you guys, that is everything I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you learned a ton, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for watching.